Resilience means adapting well to difficult circumstances or recovering quickly. Factors that could support resilience at every level of a young person's life are linked. For example, at a microscopic level, extreme stresses like abuse and neglect can alter the sections of our DNA responsible for our stress responses and our immune responses, helping us adapt in the same way as when the body has to deal with a physical injury. Our ability to adapt in stressful situations is a fundamental feature of all living things that happens automatically within our bodies. If something stressful happens, we produce stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, and our blood pressure and pulse increase, getting us ready for fight, flight, or freeze. These adaptations to stress can be very helpful for development. Young people who have had to adapt to a lot of stress early in life are sometimes more able to tolerate pain and can develop hidden talents, for example, exceptional creativity. But some of these adaptations might be linked to longer term problems. In adults, stresses like living in a challenging neighbourhood can speed up the ageing process in the cells of the body, and adults with a higher pain threshold are at a higher risk of suicide. But we don't yet know if this is also true in young people. There are recognisable profiles in the way young people respond to stress. Most people's stress responses are moderate, with some increase in pulse, blood pressure, and stress hormones when something challenging happens. However, some people who have experienced a lot of adversity, or hardly any at all, have a bigger, faster increase in pulse, blood pressure, and stress hormones. This is called hyperresponsivity. While some people who have experienced a lot of adversity don't have much of an increase at all. This is called hyporesponsivity. The way we respond to stress will also affect the way we experience our world. For example, if we are a hyper-responder and get very wound up very quickly, we might get into trouble at school. But if we are a hypo-responder who tends to freeze when we are stressed, we might get ignored. Who ends up with which type of adaptation to stress depends partly on what has happened to that person and partly on their own temperament. For example, whether or not they are naturally fearless, perfectionist, or impulsive. We don't yet know which type of adaptation to stress makes young people more or less prone to self-harm. Or what are the early signs that could tell us when these helpful adaptations are becoming problematic. But it is important that we find out, because there are already proven ways to improve young people's adaptation to stress. Mindfulness, for example. And we need to know who needs these treatments and when.